welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Bringing it out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Cal Golden Bears offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Golden Bears send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Clemson's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They'll go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Firing to the right, complete. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Golden Bears want to move quickly.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Short gain on the play before he slides. Here comes the hurry up. Back to throw, it's Rousseau. Unloads to the wideout. Quickly complete. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Working the middle. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's got it down the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Golden Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got it on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Cal! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to... There he goes! And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers not? He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They even things up the last time they had him. The defense helped him out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MK if they can stop him on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Rousseau. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and look for room. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
You know, Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Breaks the tackle. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. The Golden Bears are in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Completes it in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Gets it out quickly. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Runs through a tackle. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. Looking to throw, it's Rousseau. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And the Golden Bears will punt it away on fourth down. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The RPO, it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Floating away. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Golden Bears line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And they stop him short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 3.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. The throw, connection to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The give to the back. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Golden Bears moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Golden Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. Now base. Dropping back, it's Rousseau. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clemens. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Off the play fake on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Turning it on. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Rousseau. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He'll pull it down and run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Under fire. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. He's got great speed. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's got an open man. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, trying to get him on the ground. But this defense is choosing to blitz right now in this football.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley.
The Golden Bears will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Makes a man miss. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Prince. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers are flying down the field. Off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically.
There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down and they're down to the 42. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. The sure hands, it's stopped. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man in the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He splits the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like...
Oh, there's an alley on the left. The 20. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And that's the end of the line for the return man, but Still business to attend to. A penalty marker is down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Looking for room. It's Rousseau. Oh, he's got some space. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
That's reeled in at Stevens. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. It's a fumble on the play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They just keep firing. Quarterback extends the play, and it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the back. Fights off a defender. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. Good, solid tackle. And the Golden Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. the open. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw...
And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Moving away from pressure. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The give to the right. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree.
Turning it on. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it sprints. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
He's got his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your deep.
There he goes. Made a defender miss. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Rousseau. Hauls it in. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Under fire. He's going to run it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Golden Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
You got to give him room and let him catch the football. And if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Golden Bears really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Rousseau. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Golden Bears will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one.
Returner runs out of bounds.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.